musings and on the other side of the day. He's not waking up. He's going to bed. Will he sleep? Nobody knows. That's always been the difficult task. But on this day, when WWE and Netflix announced that Monday Night Raw will be leaving NBC Universal USA Network after more than 20 years back on the network and almost 30 years in total on the network since its inception, and of course more than that if you go back to primetime wrestling before Monday Night Raw actually existed, but we're talking about just Monday Night Raw here. So them going to Netflix, and The Rock going to the TKO Holdings board, TKO Holdings, WWE. This is a massive global juggernaut of sports and entertainment. The bridge between those two, and just media powerhouse. Then going over to Netflix, that seals WWE future. They're going to be on that cutting edge again. They historically are the innovator in their industry, and they've done it again. And it is kind of funny showing that, well, Mr. Khan, Mr. Zasloff wanting one Bill Phil on his air. I mean, theoretically, couldn't that possibly happen in the 2 months gray period now, when the contract with NBC is expired and the contract with Netflix has not yet begun? Or will they just simply extend the USA Network one out, or do some sort of special or whatever, since they're changing platforms, not just channels? Who knows? We'll see. But one Bill Phil, Mr. Punk, will be on Netflix, finishing his professional wrestling career the way that CM Punk's wrestling career always deserved to finish. And it being 2024, we're a little smarter than we were in 2014. We've all grown, we've all matured, we've all figured out various things about ourselves, about our own place in the world, about the world itself, life, whatever, America, professional wrestling, humanity, any of it. I could talk about pretty much anything after the experiences that I've had throughout my life. And on top of that, the training, and aside from that, knowledge and wisdom gleaned from the two of those circumstances. While I took 2023 to heal, basically, recover. I didn't foresee the amount of time it would take for any of those things that never had to end, but then they did, and they did end after they had to. That was November of 2022. This is January of 2024. Being retired, not being on anyone else's schedule, just relaxing, just being. the nonsensical theatrics from social media. I mean, they're true, but this podcast was never supposed to be about me. This podcast was always what I was going to do in retirement that was supposed to happen after July 21st, 2033. 10 years before that, mental health crisis that I am now talking about in the past tense because it is all literally and understood within myself figuratively in the past. And it's a pretty distant past at this point. As I said in a post earlier tonight on this same day, that huge news with WWE Monday Night Raw and where it's gonna air for years to come. It just, if you're thinking I'm not making sense, keep listening there. I'm making complete sense. Here's why. I want you, my listener, to actually savor being alone with your thoughts, being alone with your mindset, your beliefs about your world, about yourself, about anything at all, because they are your thoughts, and no one takes them from you. Don't allow anyone to take them from you. Live in peace, and there will be peace. That is how peace works. That is how life works when peace is present. 2023 is over. I live the rest of my days on VJT. I am the shaman of Old Green Road. I am my daughter's father. I am a retired police officer who used to be 821 John for 6 months after my wife Heather died in 2018, and I was 821 John for 6 months. I met with city school transportation director. I take that very seriously, just as tonight when we were out, someone pulls in front of a school bus with its stop bar out on 1st Street near Meyer in Springfield, Ohio. He then pulls in front of the bus. This is a pickup. This guy, if he ever hears this, he's going to be like, oh, that was me, because you're going to get a ticket, guy. That's how that works. So he sits in front of the bus. Like, why did you stop and sit in front of the bus when the deed that nobody wants to happen had already happened, when ignoring the extended stop sign of a school bus? Oh, I must not be making sense again? Yes, I am. Here's why. That guy, I'm not dogging him. Nobody got hurt. I'm not saying this is the stupidest, most careless person there ever was. I'm saying pretty clearly there was a mistake there. And then pretty clearly his or her, I don't know who this person is, and again, I'm not calling you out or saying you're a horrible person, I just happened to witness it, and I'm the guy who said to you, mouthed the words, stop signs mean stop. So of course, nobody's hurt. Thankfully, nothing came of that, all that stuff. But what I'm getting at is the driver of that truck did that to themselves. The bus with its stop bar did not force that truck to go around it and sit in front of the bus. The driver did that. We're all driving our individual life. When I individually was going through that 2023 PTSD, depression, etc., deprogramming of police training and so forth and so on, that has nothing to do with anyone. It had everything to do with my life, so I could get my life back on track and get my life back to where I belong, in public service. This is now helping the helpers, all the while also helping anyone and everyone. Because the truth is, to survive and then thrive, all we have to do is just keep going. And you will grow up from that child who had limited opportunity into the adult who built your opportunities, because when you were that child, you learned the lessons life was teaching you at that time, and you never committed those mistakes when you had the opportunity to embrace them, because it made it easier. So from retired Mr. Davenport to the entire world, starting right here in Clark County, Ohio, and radiating all the way out into outer space, stay positive. Namaste, humanity. Here's a little more peace for you.